Greetings, this brother teacher Ajamu Minka Kafele means my fight for justice is worth dying for my fight for justice in the name of Allah, God, Supreme Being, is worth dying for. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I want to talk to you today about a powerful herb that you really need to get a hold of. They've been using this herb for quite some time, but mainly focus on it from the skin perspective. And it's very popular. It does some great things externally as well, but it's very powerful internally, what it does. And so, and it's very inexpensive. So you're going to really want to get this. Now, here's what I want y'all to think about, because brother teacher also is a brother health teacher as well. And so what we want to think about is, you have a lot of people moving towards vegan and vegetarian, plant-based diets, getting away from the meats, all intelligent decisions for the body, health and wellness and longevity. But we also need to remember, I did a previous video talking about the need for minerals, because as a vegetarian and vegan people, they don't teach you that, a lot of that plant-based stuff that you're eating basically has a big deficiency in the mineral side, and it's minerals that really are very, very essential to wellness. This is why you can have some vegetarians still having some of the health challenges that would seem like they wouldn't occur to vegetarians and vegans, as far as that goes. And as always, I say study the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. If you're a vegetarian, particularly as a black person, vegetarianism basically started with Elijah Muhammad. If you don't eat pork, it started with Elijah Muhammad and the teachings of the Nation of Islam. Don't get caught up in what others are teaching without getting the foundation of the teachings of how to eat to live, and using that as a foundation, and go forward with the understanding that Elijah Muhammad is right, because he's been proven right again and again, and he hasn't been proven wrong like never. So that's the situation there. But anyway, let's talk about the dragon. Dragon's blood. Ladies and gentlemen, I get mine from Herb Farm. This is a huge 4-ounce bottle. You can buy a 1-ounce bottle for less than $15. Okay. I bought a couple of 1-ounce bottles and I realized the power of this. And now I've got a 4-ounce bottle, because this is some serious stuff. I take this every day. Now, before I talk about taking it, and my personal suggestions, if I were you, obviously I am not a medical doctor of the medical industry of the United States, because the medical industry does not heal people. It's questionable if it actually truly helps people long term. But it is great for putting you on drug addiction via prescription pills. So I'm not a doctor, and your doctor won't tell you this, okay? But I can't give you medical advice, because, they would probably try to say I was trying to be a doctor, which I would never try to be that type of doctor. And all that kind of stuff. But here's the deal, okay? When we think about eating plant-based diets, what's the most powerful, strongest plant there is? It's a tree. Now think about this. A tree has the ability to grow tall, always absorbing the sun, always getting that sunlight. As a matter of fact, we could argue trees being the tallest of plants, because it's essentially a plant. Being the tallest of plants, never have a problem getting sun. They're not shaded out, right? Obviously, some trees are shaded out, but they're not shaded out, okay? They also equally, if not more importantly, have the ability to take their roots and dig deep into the soil to really get deeper than what pesticides and things can do in some of these other places, even some of the organic foods, okay, and get into the minerals that are deep down in the soil, all right? And so that's the power of plant tree-based herbs. And this dragon's blood comes out of South America. Make sure you see that. I use this brand. You can feel free to use this brand, okay? And I'll show you the back here if you can see that. I don't know if it's focused. Anyway, you can look it up online. All right. This stuff here just does everything, okay? But one of the things I want to point out, okay, is that it helps heal the gut. It helps remove parasites. It does all the antifungal, antiviral things that a lot of other things do, but it also is anti-parasite, which not a lot of things that are anti-parasite. But it's going to help heal that gut. And what you got to understand about the gut is like the intelligence center, okay? The microbes, you probably heard of some of things like that. So getting your gut healed and maintaining gut health is essential to true wellness, all right? But it does so much more. Now, when I take mine, I've got a shot glass. I take, in the 1 ounce thing, I would take and just squeeze it in there, pour water in there. I actually swish it around in the mouth. It's known to help with your gums. So I swish it around the mouth. It feels a little sticky on there, but no big deal. Swish it around the mouth, and then I swallow it. I switch around the mouth twice, and I swallow it, and I'm usually done with the ounce. I do one a day, okay? Now, if you start to take this, and if you're relatively healthy, you've been eating well, you probably can take it once a day, okay? If you not really healthy, because this is truly some powerful stuff, and I'm explaining to you why that is in a minute. This is truly some powerful stuff. You might want to take it every other day or start 2-3 times a week and just get your body feel for it, because this stuff has the highest antioxidant available in a herb. It has the highest ORAC score of nearly 2.9 million antioxidant power. In its natural state, which means that when they cut the tree, pull out the dragon's blood, right there in its natural state, it doesn't need any extraction process like some other things dipped in alcohol or hot water. Right there, it has the highest ORAC score in its natural state, the highest antioxidant in its natural state, which means that when this goes in there and it's from a tree in the roots and it's pulled the minerals and it's got the sun, it's almost as if it's got everything in it. Okay. I don't know if it has everything in it. I don't have a lab do that. I'm not telling you it has everything in it. I'm just telling you it's the bomb. It's some serious stuff, and it's inexpensive to be able to help maximize your health like few other things that are out there. Basically, the reason I really had to get this out there is because, ladies and gentlemen, you can afford dragon's blood and you can be maintaining your health. It's just powerful. You've got to get it. You've got to try it. It's going to help you heal, get your gut. It's just going to do some of everything. So I would grow to take this at least once a day. It's going to help you fight colds. When winter's coming up, it's just that awesome, ladies and gentlemen. It's that awesome. So this is your brother teacher telling you to tap into the dragon. Okay. Tap into the dragon's blood. Seriously, it's affordable and it'll help you maximize your health over and above many other things out there. With that type of ORAC score, nearly 2.9 million, the highest in its natural state, you can't afford not to be taking dragon's blood to keep your wellness at a maximum level, ladies and gentlemen. And it fights all of those elements. You can do the research online. In my opinion, Google is a better doctor than most doctors, if not all doctors you would see under the system that have to follow a standard of care. That's what it's called, standard of care, dictated by the pharmaceutical industry in order for them to maintain their license and make their money. Meaning they could be good doctors, they could be great people, but they're restricted by the system that they're in, which a lot of us have our restrictions relative to our job. So you have to understand and know this about dealing with your doctors and not going there blind and not doing your own research when Allah has made available to us this information on Google for us to compare and contrast and do some research. Ladies and gentlemen, it's brother teacher Ajamu Minka Kafele said, I don't just teach knowledge of self, I teach knowledge of how to be healthy as well. And you'll be seeing more on that. Peace. Have a successful day. And as I always say, I love you if you're righteous, but I can't stand you if you ain't. Go forward, be righteous, discipline up, ladies and gentlemen, and eat to live. Peace.